Welcome back to the IH Sports Network Roundtable. We are live from El Rey in Oneida alongside Tim Smith, Rick Keaton, I'm Ben Garrett. We got our first National Bank players of the game with us from Friday night from Oneida. We have Elijah Phillips from Sky High. We've got Auton Whaley. And real quickly, we'll get obviously to both of you guys, but I'm going to start over on this side, on the Sky High side. And Auton, you played, you've been having a big junior season. But Friday night, Scott struggled early. You guys started to move to football in the second quarter, and you were the spark that kind of got it going. And then, of course, you wound up scoring a touchdown late in the game. But talk about your effort on Friday, and then I'll just turn it over to Rick.
I think it was more of a straight downhill type thing. You just got to 100%, I guess.
You know, the thing here, Ben, that we've got tonight, we've got linebackers and ball carriers from our players of the game, so it's always good to see that. I was just asking Auton, you know, looking at his frame last year, you remind me a lot of last year Jaden Myers, but this year the frame is filled out. You've put a lot of weight on. You've had a little bit of a knee problem coming in, but Friday night you looked real strong. And when I say strong, I mean you look strong and determined to pick up yardage against Austin East.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Boy, I just hate those one-word answers, don't you guys? But you had several runs.
Help me out.
Yeah, help me out. You had the runs. You fought for that extra yardage. And at the time that you were doing that, I thought, boy, we really needed that. We needed the pickup because a lot of that was in the second half, and I felt the team needed the pickup to try to do better.
Yes, sir. It was mostly on a third down, third down when we really needed it.
You're not part of that ogre package, but I'm telling you, the way that you ran last week, I think Coach Harris should consider that.
I don't know. I think Bill does it pretty good. He has the weight on him and everything. He can get downhill if he needs to.
Now, for people that might not know, who is Bill?
Landon Crabtree.
Okay. Where did the nickname Bill come from?
I don't really know. I think it really originated from one of his buddies. Caught him in the locker room. It just kind of stuck around, I guess.
Sort of like Bull Creek. Bull Creek doesn't know where the nickname came from. I mean, he lives there,
yes,
but
sir.
I mean, so it's stuck there like that. Against Austin East, first half, second half, defensively is what I'm getting at. First half, you know, we weren't as strong, we weren't aggressive. We kept grasping and couldn't make tackles on people. What was said at halftime? Because I felt the team came out and did so much better defensively in the second half.
Coach Golden really got on to us about needing to hit him low, not trying to make the big play, like be an all-star on it. Just hit him in the knees, hit him lower, all rally to the ball.
All rally. I think that was a big thing that was a great improvement, rallying to the ball better, because that has been, as I look at all the games, that has been a problem, especially with some of the stronger-looking players, being able to get them on the ground, and the one-hand shirt tackles is not doing it.
No, not with someone that size. You can't grab him by the shirt there. You got to hit him low or wrap him. Or.
I know you had a chance in Monday's practice to look at a little bit of film. The upcoming opponent is Carter. What do you think about this week's game?
They're they're a good team. They're well coached. We got to come out and give them everything we got.
How about going back on the road and have a road trip over to East Knoxville this week?
I don't really know if the team really likes traveling a lot, but just something you got to do, I guess.
Line up and go. A reminder also, that's a 7 o'clock start time at Carter this week.
Let me ask you this, Auton. You went down in the game against Coalfield to open the season, and in the second half of that game, after seeing you go down, and then you're on the sideline, you're out of uniform, you got the ice pack wrapped around your knee, I would not have bet that you would have been back at any time soon. How is the knee?
It's better. I gotta keep that brace on at all times. But if I make a cut on it every here and there, it'll get a little tender. But I'm mainly downhill now, so.
Yeah, you don't cut much. You just kind of run over people.
Yeah.
All right, now hang tight. We'll come back to you if Tim Smith's got anything. our other player of the game. And you're right, Rick. Last week, both players of the game were quarterbacks, and I didn't think about the fact that obviously both of you guys carry the football, but you both also play that linebacker position. And Elijah, you've been Mr. Consistency this year for Oneida, and another big game on Friday night against Wartburg.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
All right, Elijah. Real quick, offense or defense, which do you like? Do you like one better than the other, or
Defensive guy for sure.
does that just cause the defensive coordinator sitting out here? You just
No, I just always like
working
defense.
that angle? Is that
Mark's
what's
not even
happening
paying attention to him, so it doesn't matter.
here? Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, defense for sure.
All right. Now, you have several checks in the you don't have many zeros in the columns. I mean, you've got tackles, you've got touchdowns, you've got receiving touchdowns, you've got interceptions. Do you have a fumble recovery? I thought
One
so.
of them.
Yeah, so you got a fumble recovery. So when are they going to let you return kicks?
I really don't. I couldn't tell you.
I mean, we've got to talk to somebody about this because there's a zero in that return column for Elijah, and maybe Coach
We need to
Martin
change it,
can.
don't we?
Maybe he's not notching that down. Now, seriously, that you've had every game's been close. We talked about it in the beginning. With 5 minutes to go, Oneida's been ahead in every game, and you got two of them, and you didn't get two of them. So, what's going to have to happen this week for you to beat York? Do you feel like this is the best team you all have played?
Yeah, for sure. And I feel like for us to win, we're going to just limit our mistakes and just finish, just execute everything like we should. Because we're making good plays, and it's just little plays, just small mistakes that kill us every single drive.
So
I feel like if we just kind of clean up those, it'll help us a lot.
one of the things I mentioned, and I'm going to ask Coach Martin about because and I hate to tip him off because he's going to plan his answer, but I was watching last year's game, and York likes to take it to the sideline. They want to get to the edge, and we did not let them do it at their place last year. Last week, we struggled with that against Oliver Springs, and they don't look as strong as York in that particular situation. Do you think we'll be able to stop that edge this week?
I think so. I think we're going to work on it all week. I feel like that's going to be a main focus of practice for sure.
Yeah. I mean, I don't want you to give me secrets, okay? But
I got you.
but I think they're probably figuring you're going to be planning for that. So, what do you in this game? What do you think it's going to look like? Is this? Let's talk about the York defense now. Do they look? When you look at York, is it a balanced team, or is one side of the ball better than the other? In your opinion?
They're pretty balanced. They got good athletes on both sides of the ball. I mean,
Okay. So what's going to be the struggle this week? What do you think is going to be the harder part, stopping them from scoring or scoring points on them? Because that's a tough one. I
is
would
a
be
tough
sitting
one.
there thinking, yeah, because either way is
probably
pretty tough.
stopping them from scoring because they have a really good offense.
Yeah.
A lot of athletes. Quarterback's really good.
Yeah. So injury-wise, you got any sneak peeks? Are we going to be getting any healthier this week? Anybody back that we know of for sure?
I
or-
don't know as of now, but
Yeah. I know I saw where TD's had a rough
Yeah,
weekend.
TD.
Yeah. So and we want to say to Todd, Derek, Ryan, that's who we're talking about. Hope he's feeling better because I mean he's had it rough since
rough,
Friday
very rough.
night, and so we're hoping he's feeling better. But we've still had a lot of folks out, and I was just wondering if you could tip us off on if we're going to get any healthier on Thursday or Friday, but we'll just keep that close to the vest, okay? So we'll just hope that happens. But offensively, I'm going to ask you both sides of the ball, okay? Offensively, what's one thing we have to do to beat York? We have to do successfully that we haven't really
just
done.
our blocking scheme, execute our blocking scheme, make sure we block everybody across the line and just stuff like that. Just execute.
run
Execute up
blocking,
front.
pass blocking, or both?
Run blocking.
Run
Pass blocking, just a little bit of both, really.
Okay. All right, defensively, what's the top thing that's going to give you nightmares thinking about
Setting the
we
edge.
got to do this? Is it?
Getting the edge set, for sure.
So I did a good job scouting.
Yeah,
that.
for sure.
Oh, that's awesome. Go ahead and let's catch another Auton. I feel pretty confident. I asked a good question, so I want to sit on that just a minute.
Well, as we look at Auton and Scott High making the road trip, I may be in the minority when I say this, but for some reason, in a lot of years, we may play better on the road. I don't know if that is because the expectation at home is so much greater than it is on the road, but I feel that a lot of times.
Yeah, that's South Dual, we came out there, and I feel like we did pretty good against South Dual, and then last week and Cofield game, we didn't really do that good against them. And that was at home. And last year it was like that too, and I think it's my freshman year. We won all of our away games and lost all our home games.
Yeah, now that's a stat for you, isn't it?
I want to know, you talked about Coach Golden, and he got under the defense at halftime, but just how irate was Coach Chris Harris at halftime on Friday night against Austin East?
He kind of sat back and just let Coach Golden get it because he got hold of us pretty good. Coach Golden, Coach Wright.
So I have never
Coach Harris, when he yells, you'll know it, but that's
Yeah.
not much,
It's not
is it?
often. He don't
Yeah.
often do it, but whenever he does it, it's pretty scary.
All right. At the risk of looking like the dumb one at the table, okay, Tim probably knows the answer to this. I don't. So I want to know your signature. What's this?
Oh,
I mean, we were just in the locker room one day, and we were just like, "What's one thing we can do?" We just stuck the hands up. I just done that, and then everybody started doing it, and it just kind of continued.
Now,
It's kind of just a random thing that just got brought up, and we were just like, "What do y'all want to do?" And that just got brought up.
Now, I saw this yesterday. Did Kansas City do that? Caden's here, too. Is this a Kansas City? Is that what they do? I'm pretty sure I saw Kansas City do that yesterday.
So you're saying it's not original?
No, I'm not saying that at all. Maybe Kansas City stole it from them.
It's
never
called
know.
it's caught on, and it's made its way
I
all
mean,
the way to the NFL.
What the Sports Network
Right.
is
Yeah,
big
I
time
think
now.
that's
You
it.
know Pat Mahomes is sitting home on Friday trying to pick up some pointers, right?
Yeah.
There's no doubt about it. Let me ask you. I like your question. I'm not down on your question. Let me ask you a better question,
Yes.
Elijah.
A
So,
better question.
who is the most colorful teammate? Who's the one?
When you say colorful, what do you mean?
I mean, the most interesting that we can talk about here.
Landon Lindbergh.
You got to watch out for Landon.
Landon Lindbergh,
Yeah.
for sure.
Do you ever have to pull Landon back sometimes? Cool it, Landon, come back.
When you say colorful, are you talking about like? What do you mean? You just got to explain that to me.
Oh, he's just sometimes people's emotions get the
Oh,
best.
emotions. Okay,
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about just
Yeah.
a different personality.
Well, yeah,
But,
Landon, you're right. Yeah, I get that. I know, Landon.
But I got you.
Is there somebody you have to pull back from the edge and calm down? Because you seem to me like you keep it under control pretty good. Is there somebody you have to help with that?
Probably.
I mean, you don't have to out somebody. Don't get yourself in trouble. Your mom? Was she upset about not being here tonight? That's what I hear.
No.
Okay, all
I don't
right. I'm
think
just
so.
making sure because I'm saying next time because you're going to do this again, right?
Oh yeah, I hope so.
I mean,
Let's
look,
hope
like
so.
I say, once he gets that punt return or kickoff return for touchdown, I expect parents to be here. Right? Okay, so we're just making sure. Now, back to the question. Who was the teammate?
Probably John Selby, just because he gets so into it. He's fired up. I mean,
Got it.
he enjoys playing the game.
And it's a good thing. 'cause
Yeah, it's a good thing.
Yeah.
You can tell that they care. Their heart's in it.
Can I ask both of you all? You've talked about teammates and coaching. I think I tried to ask this about the players of the week both times, but is coaching something you could see yourself doing in the future? I'll catch Elijah first.
I mean, not as of now, but maybe later on in life I might do it, but not right now, I don't think.
All right. What about you?
Probably not. I mean, maybe come out and assist, but
Yeah. I'll bet you Mark Martin would have said probably not too when he was in high school. There he is.
All right, guys. Elijah and Auton, thank you guys for stopping by and joining us.
Thank
Good
you.
luck this Friday night. 2 big region games. Scott High's got Carter on the road. You guys have got York at home. Good luck to both of you guys. And we'll take another break. When we come back, we're going to slide our defensive coordinators in here as we continue to talk about Oneida Scott High football and this upcoming week's games.